Okay.
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 Ready?
Okay.
Okay. Shoe up, shoe up. Ain't no
Do they
loving my
switch or?
man. Yeah, shoe up, shoe up. Ain't no loving my man. Bok bok bitches. We are here. Welcome to Page to Picture. I'm your host, Kim.
and, and I'm your host, Tiff. And we are talking about the book and movie Crazy Rich Asians. I love Aquafina.
Me too. I died in this movie.
I forgot that
her
she even
so
said
much.
that.
Oh yeah.
And
Bok bok bitches.
I was in her voice is so
Bitch.
good. It's so good. Oh my
Yes.
God.
So there will be spoilers. So if you have not read the book or watched the movie, hit pause and come back later. Otherwise, let's get into it.
Yes, and I can't wait to finally talk about this crazy book. But before we start, how are you doing?
Thank you for asking.
You're so welcome.
I'm doing good. I got completely shit-faced the other day.
Okay.
We went to an event for Jose, and it was like sponsored by Patron or whatever.
Oh my God.
And the drinks were free and they were flowing. And when I tell you I was up like at 4 or 5 in the morning throwing up my entire insides, never again. Never again.
Wow.
How are you?
I'm well. I didn't get shit faced, so there's
You
that.
sound better.
I feel better. I just have a slight cough, but it's not aggressive like last
Trust
time.
me, it was intense.
And my
yeah.
voice is like normal now, so yeah. I mean, sometimes I'll laugh or like I'll talk. I'll
It's
get
like
really
a cough.
excited. I'll get really excited. My voice goes away. So sorry in advance, but yeah. No, I'm good.
Okay.
I finished one of my books.
I know, your novella.
A secret book I was working on. Yeah.
I love that.
I know. I
You're
didn't
gonna
tell.
share it later.
Yeah, I didn't tell a soul about.
You didn't, and then you were just like, "Here it is. I need ARC readers."
Yeah, I didn't do any sort of like, "Hey, I'm writing this book," or like, "I'm so excited to write this." I did like a video where I was like,
right, typing, right?
No, I did a video where I was like, I'm trying to think of books to write before I set out like my bigger novel, because the one I am working on that I tell people about, it's like hefty. I think it's gonna be like a duology with how much information and stuff. But I wrote it's like 100 pages. It's a small little novella, but it's like,
yeah,
I love it.
Oh my god, I could never write a book.
I'm so excited for people to read it.
I have it. I can't wait to read it.
It's everything that I want in a novel that I want to make me cry.
I love to be wrecked.
Yeah, this was I broke my own heart.
I love to get wrecked.
That is yeah, okay, thank you. I cried writing it, so I hope
oh my god.
I hope people
then
cry reading it.
Then it must be good if you cried.
Yeah, I hope so. But yeah, so but that's enough about us. Let's get into it. So we are gonna start off with facts about the book. So the title is Crazy Rich Asians. The author is Kevin Kwan, and the release date was 6/11/2013. So that's
I knew it. I knew if I
June 11th.
If I wrote the number and not the month, you would read it as the number and not the month.
Anyways, so June 11th, 2013. And then the genres are contemporary fiction, romance, and comedy. And the tropes are fish out of water, opposites attract, family drama, and classic conflict. So the blurb is, Crazy Rich Asians follows Rachel Chu, a down-to-earth economics professor who travels to Singapore with her boyfriend Nick Young, only to discover that he comes from one of Asia's wealthiest families. Thrust into a world of luxury, high society, and family drama, Rachel faces off against Nick's formidable mother, Eleanor, while navigating the clash between love and cultural expectations. A hilarious and heartwarming exploration of family, tradition, and identity, Crazy Rich Asians is a modern fairy tale filled with humor, drama, and unforgettable characters.
It truly
Unforgettable
is.
for sure.
Truly.
Yes.
Okay, so facts about the movie. The title is Crazy Rich Asians. It was directed by John M. Chu, who has directed some of our favorite movies, such as Wicked, In the
Yes.
Heights, Now You See Me Too, and Step Up to the Streets. Hello?
Moose.
Moose's hello?
I love Moose.
The only Step Up movie that really matters.
Literally. I love it.
Release date was August 15th, 2018. And once again, we have a stacked cast.
Yes.
So much that I had to like pick and choose who to put because the list is ridiculous.
There's so many people.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I just picked like obviously your main two and then like three of my favorites.
Okay. Didn't even ask me about my favorites.
Who is your Eddie? Is Eddie your
Yeah, I like Eddie. I like Eddie and Aquafina, which by the way, Aquafina has a Hathaway connection, so
I have it. We'll see if yours matches. Well, yeah, I have it.
okay, I haven't read it,
Okay.
so
Okay, don't look.
okay.
Okay, so as Rachel Chu, you have Constance Wu, who was in movies and films such as Next Gen, Hustlers, Fresh Off the Boat, The Terminal List, Lyle Lyle Crocodile, and she is the voice of Velma in the TV series.
I like Fresh Off the Boat. Have you seen that?
I saw it when it first like was out. Yeah,
It's good.
I was like so relatable.
Yeah.
And for those who don't
Literally,
know, we are Asians. So.
Yeah. And it's like to the T. Like it's so
Yeah.
funny. I love it
It's
so
so
much.
relatable. And then as Mr. Nick Young, you have Henry Golding, who was in films such as Simple Favor, Snake Eyes, The Gentleman, and Last Christmas, which I totally forgot he was in Last Christmas and Snake Eyes. I was like, oh, I liked those movies.
Yeah, I forgot that he was in The Gentleman.
I'd never seen The Gentleman, but
It's
I
good.
forgot Snake Eyes, I forgot Last Christmas, and then I was like, of course, he's in Simple Favor. I know that for sure.
Yeah. I like him.
Oh, me too. As Eleanor Young, you have the iconic Michelle Yeoh.
Mm-hmm.
And her movies and film, the list literally goes on and on. But to highlight some of her memorable ones, she is in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Memoirs of a Geisha, Last Christmas, Star Trek Discovery, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, A Haunting in Venice, and of course, in Wicked as well.
She was also in Everything Everywhere All at Once, which
You are
is
right.
such
That
an
is-
amazing movie.
Yes.
I
was
literally
really surprised
it's so
by how good it was.
It's so
Mhm.
good. And the guy, I can't remember the guy's name, the actor.
Yeah, who's in Goonies?
Love him. I love him so
Yeah.
much. I
I know.
don't follow a lot of like actors or actresses on like social media, but
Mhm.
I follow him on Instagram. Don't know why, but I love him.
When he won his Oscar,
Ugh.
I literally cried.
I was crying. I was crying. And did you see him
cried
when
so hard.
when he saw
Brendan Fraser?
yes.
Yes.
And I love Brendan Fraser. Okay, I don't care what anyone says. I don't care
Me
how he
too.
looks right now.
No, he is iconic.
He's where my lore started with like
Mummy?
fantasy. Yes, that's exactly it. Like I love fantasy,
Yeah.
and it's literally it stems from like watching The Mummy all the time,
Yeah.
and he like them two.
I love it. As Astrid, who I literally love this character, you have Gemma Chan.
Yeah.
She was in The Creator, The After Party, Don't Worry, Darling. I love Don't Worry, Darling.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Eternals, Ryan the Last Dragon, and Captain Marvel. And then as Peg Lynn, you have Aquafina. And
Love
she does
Aquafina.
Me too. So she does a lot of voiceovers, and she's in movies such as The Bad Guys, Kung Fu Panda, Migration, If, Little Mermaid, and Raya and the Last Dragon. When we were watching this, Ezra hears Aquafina, and he knows who she is, who that voice is, and like he can pinpoint every movie that she's in.
Yeah,
Her voice is so like
iconic.
iconic and memorable.
Yeah, I love it.
She's so funny.
She's hilarious.
Oh my God, bok bok bitch. This is our segment called The Hathaway Connection. We are just a tad obsessed with the one and only Anne Hathaway, and we noticed back in season 1 of our podcast how a lot of actors could connect to Anne Hathaway, similar to 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
So I took our actors that we listed and connected them to Anne Hathaway. Go ahead.
Okay, so we have Constance Wu, and Constance Wu was in a TV miniseries called Solos. Who was also in it was Anne Hathaway.
Easy.
Yeah.
One.
One.
Henry Golding was in The Gentleman with Matthew McConaughey, and Matthew McConaughey was in Interstellar with
Anne Hathaway. Yep.
Go ahead. I know you want to do the Aquafina.
I love Aquafina. Aquafina was in Ocean's 8, which I loved her character as well. And in Ocean's 8, Anne Hathaway.
One connection. Again. Are you kidding me? Michelle Yeoh was hard at first, but then I was like, I'm so dumb. So Michelle Yeoh was in Wicked with Peter Dinklage.
Love Peter Dinklage.
I know. Peter Dinklage was in She Came to Me with Anne Hathaway.
Can I just say that I love Peter Dinklage?
Oh, me too.
I love him.
Thrones, like,
just anything.
Out.
Listen, yes.
Hear me out, Peter Dinklage.
He did a movie with Brendan Fraser and someone else, I can't remember it, but they play like brothers and they're like thieves or something. Or like hitmen, or not hitmen, but like
yeah. Is it a newer movie? Yeah.
And Brendan Fraser throws Peter Dinklage in the bathtub, and like he hits the tiling and then falls in.
Oh my God!
It's like the stupidest thing. It's so funny. Peter Dinklage is like he can act in any setting and be perfect.
No.
Anyways.
He's so good.
Yeah.
I'll let you do Gemma Chan because I know you love this connection.
I fucking hate you. Okay, so Gemma Chan was in Jack Ryan, Shadow Recruit, with Chris Pine. And Chris Pine was in The Princess Diaries with Anne Hathaway.
Princess Diaries 2 with Anne Hathaway. Chris Pine is
so...
You leave that man alone.
Okay, but you could have also done that with... Well, actually, Gemma Chan was in Don't Worry Darling with Chris Pine. You could have just done... Don't Worry, Darling.
I could have, yes.
With Chris, yeah.
But the point of it is she was in stuff with Chris Pine. Yeah, I love it.
If you love books, and who doesn't, you've got to check out booksamillion.com. They've got an incredible collection of books, gifts, and more, all at great prices.
Whether you're diving into a new novel, picking up a bestseller, or hunting down that perfect gift, Books A Million has you covered. And they've got everything from cozy mysteries to fantasy epics. Plus, their website is super easy to navigate.
Seriously, I could spend hours browsing. And if you're a member of their Millionaires Club, you get even more perks, like free shipping and discounts. It's a no-brainer for book lovers.
Plus, Books A Million has something for everyone. So whether you're shopping for yourself or a friend, you're sure to find something special.
Don't miss out. Head over to booksamillion.com or just click the link in our bio to start your next literary adventure.
All right, now let's get back to the good stuff on today's episode. So now that we got the facts and connection out of the way, what is your connection or history with the book and our movie? And had you read the book at all prior to this podcast? Like, what is your prior history with both the book and movie?
Okay. So I watched the movie first, and then I only read the book because we're doing this podcast. But I have wanted to read the book, but I just never like had the motivation to do it. Since I already watched the movie, I was like, well, I already know how it works, you know. But the movie, when that movie came out, it premiered on like when it came out on Netflix.
Yeah,
I was like, what's this? Whatever, I'll just put it on. I put it on and I was like, I'm gonna clean while I, have it on. I sat there the entire time
with your cleaning supplies.
Yeah, I didn't have the girl. I had the vacuum sitting here, and I was sitting and I was watching it. And I didn't have the girls that day. I was completely by myself, and I sat and watched it. When I tell you I cried like at least 3 times, Kim, I
Yeah.
cried. And so now I have this like memory of this, like when I think of the movie, I think of crying, but
Mm-hmm.
like happy crying, you know?
Yeah.
And the wedding scene,
I know. I
oh,
know.
it kills me. I love it. It's the perfect wedding scene. I've never seen a
I
wedding scene
know.
more
Mm-mm.
perfect than that one. Like
I know.
the Runaway Bride, you no.
Nothing. Has nothing
Nothing.
on it.
Nothing on it.
Nothing.
No. Ella Enchanted, you ain't got nothing on it.
Nope.
I don't care how much
They even
singing you do.
sing. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care how much singing you do. The Office, when Jim and Pam got married, ain't got nothing on it, okay? When she
Me
put her
too,
toe
friends.
in that
Nothing.
water, I
I
said,
know.
the song? Bitch.
I know.
I can't. Anyways, that's my history. What's
Oh
yours?
my pretty much the same. I
Cleaning supplies and
never
all?
what?
Cleaning,
No,
cleaning
no.
supplies and all?
I never read the book until this podcast.
You didn't
And
know it was a book.
no, I had no idea until we did the research on
Yeah.
it. And I remember watching it. I watched it with Jose, and same with us. Like, it made us cry. No wedding scene in any film or movie has ever made me cry.
Ever.
It could be the sweetest. Like, there's been sweet ones. Like, oh, that's so sweet. And even like a Walk to Remember. Like, I remember like crying
Yeah.
during the actual wedding scene. But this one, even to this day, when I rewatched it. So I rewatched. I was watching it in the bedroom, laying down, and Jose was next to me, and he was like, "I'm going to take a nap." I was like, "Okay." He's laying down, completely laying down, and as soon as like you hear like the little wedding, she's starting to sing it, and then it's just like that pause, and all the lights are going down. Tell me why, like all of a sudden he like sits up and he watch it. I was like, I thought you were sleeping. He's like, I have to watch this scene.
It's so good.
Cried. I cried still to this day. It's
Yeah, I cried
wait,
watching it.
I cry.
I watched
time.
it. I watched it the other day and I cried. I was like, this is so fucking stupid. I was like, this is the dumbest thing.
I was like, as much as as every time it's available on streaming, I always put it on. I'm like, oh, it's on. I always put it on, and I always laugh, and I always cry.
Yeah,
every time.
it's such a good, and there's so many like dynamics with like the people and the characters in the movie that like one minute I'll watch it one time and I'll be like, oh, I love this character or whatever, and then the next minute it's like a completely different character that I'm like, I fucking love them, you know what I mean? And then like I'll watch it again and I'm like,
it's not just Rachel Chu and Nick Young.
Yeah.
It's the whole dynamic. It's the whole family. Yeah. It's everybody.
The mom, the sister, Eddie.
Mm-hmm. Eddie.
Fucking love him.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so now that we know what our history is, let's get into the book discussion.
Okay.
What did we think of the characters in the book?
Rachel was okay to me.
She was okay to me.
I liked her the way her character was in the movie.
Same.
Compared to how she was in the book, because in the book she wasn't as like I don't want to say stronger, but you know what I mean, like she didn't have that like build to her,
Yeah,
she was just kind of like, okay, bitch, don't say okay, you beat her in mahjong.
No, so like the characters, what I loved, first of all, this book is ridiculously long.
Yeah, it's really long.
It took me like almost 2 weeks. Like, thank goodness we had a spring break and time off to read, because it was so long.
It was long, yeah.
I really enjoyed the book because there was so much storyline with each character, but it didn't like confuse you. You weren't like, why are we jumping around all over the place? Like, you were truly invested with these characters. You're invested with Astrid and her husband, her marriage, her kid. Mm-hmm. You're invested in Eddie and his situation with Eleanor and her husband and her whole dynamic and everything with that. You're invested with all of Nick's family, to be honest. There's so much. The chapters it's so many chapters because each chapter is like a member. So it'll go like Eleanor Young, and then it'll go Nick and Rachel, and then it'll go what's her name? Pigley.
Yeah.
Pigley, and then it'll go like Astrid, and then it'll go Eddie, and then it'll go back to Astrid and Rach. Like it all, every chapter is a different character, but it all flows well with each other. So I really enjoyed it, and I felt like the book, I was able to find out more information about characters that I was not able to in the movie.
Yeah.
Like, I think my favorite storyline in the book, besides Nick and Rachel, is Astrid and her husband. Like, that storyline is
I loved that
ridiculous. In the book, it's crazy.
It's wild.
It's crazy different than the movie. There's so much more to it. Like, if you give me a book just on them, I would totally read it. Yeah. Like, I'm obsessed with it. What do you think makes this book special, unique, or impactful enough for it? Like, what makes this book to you, like, when you read it, were you like, this is why they wanted to make this into, like, a movie or a TV show? Like, what do you think why the book got picked up?
Well, the main character, so Rachel and Nick's story is, like, a good, solid foundation. Because, like, with the way that, like, you know, Nick's mom is and their family and stuff, and how Rachel's just completely not anything like that. That whole foundation is, like, good. But I think what made it adaptable was, like the sister story and all of the characters. Because, like, when a book has so many characters in it and you can easily, like, flow through the characters and see their development or, like, how they are, you can kind of, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a flow to them. It's easier to take that and put that on screen because then you're like, okay, so there's this character, we know exactly what they're like. Let's make it. You know what I mean? Rather than, like, having, like, a side character and then, like, having to guess what they're like, you know? But then also, I think what makes it impactful is, like, because you don't get a lot of books about Asian culture talking about, like, how it is, like, with families and, like, like, how the pressure of, not the pressure of being Asian, but, like, you have, like, high standards as well. Every family's like that, but it kind of shines light on, like, how high the standards are for Nick's family. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's just, it's relatable.
No, I love when there's a movie that has representation for Asians. It's like, it makes me so emotional. Especially, like, now, I think now that I have Ezra and he's like, I'm Filipino and I'm Mexican and I'm Irish and I'm German, like, I'm all these things, and he embraces it all so much. So when I see anything Asian related that's being, like, a light is shed on it, it makes me so happy and so proud.
Yeah.
And when I read the book, when I finished the book, I was like, yeah, this is, like, I understand why somebody would want to pick this up and turn it into a movie. There's so much culture references. And in the book, I did the Audible and I read it, and they speak the language in the book. Like, he doesn't shy away. Kevin Kwan doesn't shy away from the Asian heritage at all. It's not, like, whitewashed. Do you know what I mean? It's very, like, this is how it is. This is how we talk. This is what they say. This is the language. And in the book, he has, like, it's like, footnotes? So, like, something will have, like, a number next to it, and then if you go to the end of the chapter, it'll tell you, like, oh, this means this, and this is why they say it. And I was like, that's amazing.
Yeah. It's amazing.
I loved it. And then, speaking of Kevin Kwan, how did you feel about this, how he wrote the story? Like, some authors, when we read it, it's just not for you, right? You're just like, I can't get with the writing style. How did you feel about this book's writing style? Was it an easy read for you? Like, an easy flow? Did it flow well?
It did. It flowed well. I think what it was like the character description and, like, how he set the characters up in the scene. Because, like, the way I think of it is, like, you either have to have amazing world building or amazing character description for me to like the book, like, for me to keep reading it. If you don't have either one, or like if you don't have any of them at all, I'm not gonna want to read it. Or like
Yeah.
if the character development or like if the character description isn't like in like the first like 5 chapters, I'm not gonna want to finish it. So I think with his, he started off really strong with like the characters, where they were in their life and like why they were there. You know what I mean? Like where, like how they got to this moment.
And it was written really nicely, where it didn't feel like it was being forced on you. It felt like you were genuinely like getting to know these characters. So I agree. And this book has a lot of characters. There's a lot of names going around. And what I liked about it at first, when I did the Audible, first of all, the Audible is amazing. But when I did the Audible, I was getting lost with the characters because it was one person doing the voice.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, okay, I have to redo this. So I paused it at like chapter 10 and I was like, hold on. I went back to chapter 1. I downloaded the book and then I was like, let me read it while I listen to it. And then I was able to, I think when I visually see the characters' names, I can like easily remember who is talking, like who we're talking about. And for a book that has so many characters, I think he wrote it really well for readers to easily like flow with the story and to understand each character. The movie totally was like, we're doing this our way and our way only. That's what I was like curious about too when I read the book, when I was getting closer. The wedding scene is not till literally like the end chapters. Okay.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, are we gonna get there? We're gonna get there. And I read it and I was like, all right then.
And like, okay, she walked down the aisle and there it is.
I don't even know what song was playing. Like, what?
You have to play the song while you read it.
Yeah. Like, and play.
Yeah.
As she walked down the aisle.
Take my hand.
I liked the scene when I laughed in the book when Peiklin takes Rachel to the party. Nick's party.
Yeah.
It's somewhat similar but different than the movie, but I laugh because her reaction in the book is so Awkwafina.
Yeah.
Like, even though it's not Awkwafina in the book, obviously the book was written way before, but that's how I envisioned the character when I read it. And I just laughed so hard. Like, I thought that scene was so... I feel like any Peiklin scene was so good in the book.
Yeah.
The scenes I did not like the wedding because it wasn't all that like it was in the book at all. And I liked the bachelorette party in the book because it's so similar to the movie.
Yeah.
The bachelor party, I was kind of like, whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
but in the movie, the bachelor party is like crazy.
Intense. Like, it's still intense in the book, but it's not as intense in the movie.
So like overdone, not like overdone, but you know what I mean. Like it's very like over exaggerated in the movie.
Yeah. And then obviously there was like differences from the book and the movie, but we'll discuss that later on.
Yeah.
As far as the movie discussion now, since we both enjoy the movie so much, what were your thoughts on the adaptation choices? So changes made to the plot, character portrayals, like the storytelling, the visuals, cinematography, like what are your thoughts? I know you love the movie.
Yeah, I liked the character portrayals because when I read the book, I was like, yeah, this sounds... I don't know if maybe it's because I watched the movie before I read the book.
Well, that's how I felt when I read the book. I envisioned these characters, these actors playing these characters.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought it fit so well.
It did. It really did. The cinematography and visual storytelling was phenomenal. The shots of like the shots of like the land was amazing, and the shots of even like scenes where it was like you're not outdoors, like the
Amma's house, like her inside of her house.
Yeah, so good. So freaking
so beautiful.
Good. Mm-hmm. We're gonna talk about it. The wedding scene is amazing,
gorgeous,
so good, and like even the scene
to have the ability to have that kind of eye to do that wedding. Like, please do everybody's weddings. Yeah, like that is. So
he should be a wedding planner. In another life, he was a wedding planner.
Facts.
I liked the the ending scene, the mahjong scene where she's like talks about like her
Yeah.
family and like her mother and stuff, and
She's
she's
like,
talking.
I want you to know.
Yeah, you just lost, bitch. Like it's so good.
Fuck, bitch.
I love it. I think the adaptation, I think it worked well. What they picked up from the book and put into the movie and how they did it, it wasn't like they didn't do it the book disjustice, you know?
Yeah,
They
I
did it
totally agree.
amazing.
They did it justice. Like,
Yeah.
I thought the movie, obviously, we've watched the movie plenty times before we even decided to do this podcast, and
Yeah.
plenty times before we even picked up the book.
Yeah.
Because we love it so much. But reading it, I was like, I can envision everything, even the part in the book where the Asia one, where like the one Asian lady sees Nick Young and Rachel Chu and like sends off a picture, and in the book it's described just like the movie.
Yeah.
Of like, it's going here, it's going there, ding ding ding, like all these people are getting messages, people are, and it gets all the way to Eleanor Young, and she's like, how do you even know about this?
Yeah.
Like, it just happened. Like, even that scene that's in the book is described so well, and the movie truly did do the book justice. Like, the movie did so good.
Yeah.
Turning that book into what we envisioned.
And the characters, like the actors that they chose to
Mhm.
portray these characters, was spot on. This movie is one of the rare movies. It's like the rarest gem where you find an all Asian cast.
Yeah.
It's very, very rare.
Mhm.
And this is one of those movies where it was done and they did it perfectly. And when I say like, I remember talking to someone about this, how this movie was an all Asian cast, and they're like, oh, so they just took every Asian actor, right? Like just every Asian actor. And I was
Mhm.
like, there's like a wide range of Asian actors. If
Yeah.
you watch movies, we're everywhere, right? We're everywhere. We're just not in all in one movie.
Once.
Exactly. So I was like, he could have chosen any of these other, you know, Asian Americans or you know what I mean, just any of these characters or these actors. But he chose like the perfect people, like Nick Young's character.
Every actor every actor who is portraying these characters of Astrid and Eddie and Bernard,
Yeah.
even the Kitty, the
Yeah.
the porn star actress, like
Amazing. It's like it fits.
the Ama, Eleanor Young, Paik Lin, her entire family, like every actor did so good playing out every character, and they are their own character. They're not all the same. They are truly their own. Like, Astrid is this way, her husband is this way, Paik Lin is this way, Rachel Chu is this way, Eleanor, you know, everybody is how they are, and they did so good.
Yeah, amazing.
They did so good. I loved it.
So did I.
Loved it. But yeah, the visual storytelling, like, we've been to like Hong Kong and the Philippines, Boracay, all those stuff, and like, Singapore is so beautiful, and the way that they filmed it, it makes you want to go and just like live that life with them.
Yeah, it's so
beautiful.
It's so pretty there.
It's so pretty, and then the score, like the music in that movie, is like
the soundtrack. Amazing.
Yes,
amazing. Every song,
I love it. Even at the song at the end, Yellow, but it's like Asian.
Yeah, I like that they did that. They took songs and they put like a little Asian twist to it. So good.
Me too. I was like, wait, is this Yellow? And then I was like, it is.
It is Yellow.
Like, I love this version.
It's so good.
I always say, like, a music can make or break a movie.
It really can.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen those videos of people where they put like really sad scenes, but then they have like the SpongeBob theme song to it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's like,
it changes it.
Yeah, it changes it. I don't feel sad. I'm like, okay. Yeah.
So this movie did really good in with the music. I thought they did really good.
Have you seen, this is so off topic, have you seen The Hobbit?
I don't know. I can't say I have, and I can't say I have not.
Okay. Well, there's a scene in The Hobbit that's like
not
really
Lord of the Rings?
sad. No, not Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit.
Okay, then no.
Okay, well, there's a scene. I'm not going to spoil it, but there's a scene.
Okay.
Well, I might have already spoiled it for you because I posted a TikTok about it, but there's a scene.
I didn't really watch it, so it's okay.
Thank God. Okay, so there's a scene that's really, really sad, but I put that song to it. You know the one. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm going to play the song. And the scene is sad, and I cried watching it because I did a rewatch recently, and I was like, oh, this is so... I already knew it was coming, and I was ready to cry because I cried the first time. And then I thought of this trend, and I was like, this is makes it 10 times sadder. I was making the video, and I started crying again. Vanessa was like, okay.
Is the tagline like what movie?
Yeah, what's your favorite horror movie? I don't know, maybe the one where
yeah. So I was watching.
I love you. Sorry the way.
Listen,
so sad.
Do you remember yesterday when I was sending you a voice note, and then I don't know if you heard at the end of the voice note, I was like, "What are you watching?"
No.
Okay, so I sent you a voice note yesterday, and at the very, I didn't know we were still recording, but I was talking to Ezra, and I was like, "What are you watching?" Because I hear that song playing, right? And he's on like YouTube Shorts, and I'm like, "What are you watching?" He's like, "Somebody put all the sad moments in Disney to that song."
Oh.
And
that is dangerous.
Like, did Olaf ever die? And I was like, I don't remember. And he's like, then why do they have this scene? And it's like a scene in the second movie. And I was like, I don't remember. Melts. Yes. Yeah. And he's like, does Stitch really die? And I was like, only for a couple seconds, and then he comes back to life. But the song was like playing over like every sad Disney. And I literally, you can hear me in the voice memo. I was like, what do you want? It's like silence, and then it's like, what are you watching?
It's so sad. I don't know what it is about me right now, but I'm in like that, like, I'm not sad, but I want to feel sad.
Yeah, no, I get
like I want to feel sad.
Okay, you want to be sad girl vibes.
But I'm not sad. I'm just sad girl vibes.
You just want it, and then you want to like close whatever you're being sad about, and then be like, I'm happy.
So when we're done with this, I'm gonna watch The Hobbit again. Okay. 3-hour movie just to cry at the end.
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay.
So we are now going to get into our comparing the book versus the movie differences and similarities. So we've got some big differences that we noted while reading the book and watching the film, and we're going to discuss and go from there.
Okay, so the first one is Rachel and Nick go to Singapore for the summer and not just spring break. So
because a week is not enough. Hello.
Yeah, it really isn't. So Rachel's on summer break from teaching, and Nick asked her to join him for the wedding. And they plan to stay in Singapore for the wedding, then hop around Southeast Asia. So like,
which is the way to do it.
Yeah, I mean, really. Like you can't just go to another country for 1 week.
No, even when we traveled, it was like a week and a half.
We were gone for we were gone.
Recover.
I think when we went on our trip, it was like a 3-week thing. The first week was like traveling and recovering. The next week was like all planned things. The last week was like packing, getting everything ready, shopping and buying things that we need to get, and then going home.
Yeah,
and like the flight. I don't know how long the flight is from anywhere else, but I know from here it's like almost a whole 24 hours. You're on the plane for like 26 hours because you go all the way around. Instead of going the one way, you go somewhere and then you stop and then you go again, and so it's like a 6-hour flight to wherever, Texas or wherever you want to go. And then from there it's like 22 hours to the Philippines. And you don't even stop in the Philippines. You stop outside of the Philippines. You have to take like either a bus
or like
a jeep,
or somebody has to pick you up, and it's like a travel.
Everything is a 2-hour drive from the airport to where our family stays in the Philippines because of traffic and how far away it is. And
when I took Ezra and Amaya with us when we went, like when I talk about troopers, like these kids stuck it out because the travel was ridiculous.
It's rough. It's rough.
And we went to visit mom in like Hong Kong and stuff. You have to take like a ferry, then you have to take like
a bus.
You had to jump on this. You had to take this, a boat. I was like, okay, this is
just too much. When I went to Macau and I went by myself, Kim, I was like, this is so awkward. I'm by myself. I had to get on a plane and fly there, and then from the plane, she goes, "Okay, don't miss. You have to get on the ferry because you're gonna miss it." Okay, so I got on the ferry, and then from the ferry, Mom met me. We had to ride a bus, and then we rode the bus, and then we had to ride a taxi from wherever the bus dropped us off to her place. And I was like, "Am I supposed to do this when I leave?" She goes, "No, I'm going to take you all the way to the ferry." She goes, "And I'll ride the ferry with you, but I'm not going to get off the ferry because I can't." And I was like, "Okay." And I don't know how to speak fucking giant Mandarin, so all the signs are in Mandarin at the airport. And I was like,
it is,
and I was fresh out of high school.
It is so stressful.
It's hard. It's rough.
No, it's so stressful.
So yeah, so that's obviously, so from our experience, spring break is not enough time. So yeah, they went for the summer.
Yeah.
And then another one is Nick's dad. So in the movie, there is a dad, but not even like a character for him. He's just like talked about, like a no-show type deal.
Yeah.
But in the book, he's actually a chill guy. I'm just a chill guy.
Is. Dude, his dad is so like not high strung.
Nonchalant. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's retired and he spends time between Sydney and Singapore. And he's also the voice of reason and convinces Eleanor to not be so harsh with Nick and Rachel. And he's very much like supporting Nick, you know?
Yeah.
And
he's
I think
like just chill.
I really
like,
want to say that is a really good representation of marriages, in not like saying, you know, it's bad or anything, but in the dynamic of husband and wife when it comes to Asian culture, specifically like with my experience, like Filipino culture,
our family,
the dads, right, the dads, our uncles are always so chill. They just talk and drink and hang out and they don't really do much. And the moms are like, when are you going to school? When are you going to get a boyfriend? When are you going to graduate? Like aunties. They're like, the aunties, and they're like, you've lost too much weight or you're gaining too much weight. It's a never ending thing. And I feel like I think that's another thing that drew me to the story was like, I can relate. Yeah. Like, cause like, Nick's dad is, let's be honest, he's Ray's dad.
Yeah, no, that's exactly
he's Ray's dad.
Yeah.
And then, not saying that auntie is Eleanor, but we have an Eleanor in our family, so.
Yeah, we have plenty of Eleanor. No, we have a lot of Eleanors in our family, and I know we could like proudly say it because I know damn well none of them listen to this podcast.
They really don't. The Eleanors are the ones that don't. And our uncles are the ones that do. So because let's be honest, the chill uncles, they're like, I get to put it on. I'm just gonna put it on. And then they go clean and they sing in the kitchen and they just hear us laughing about smut and they don't even know what it is.
Another difference is the Gao family. I hope I'm saying it right. Gao or Go. It's Paiklin's family. So in the book, Paiklin is more Western oriented, who loves local slang and shopping and gossip. She's totally like Americanized, I guess, in the book. And her dad, who in the movie is played by Ken Jeong, is super chill, but in the book, he's actually very different. He's very like status conscious in the book. And he wants like all the gossip. He wants to know about Singapore's high society. He in the book is Paiklin's mom in the movie. Does that make sense? He's so extra in the book.
He's very chismosa.
Oh my god, the most. I know he's very in everybody's business, trying to get to that. Like when they can't figure out who the Youngs are. They're just like, oh, that's like rich. Like, who are they? Like, we have no idea. Well, in the movie, they know. Like, their mouths literally drop when they're like, girl, you're going out with Nick Young? That's like the rich of the rich. Yeah, in the book, they're like, who is this? Who are you? Who's the Ama? Who are you dating? I don't understand. And like, they try to like sleuth their way in to try to figure it out. And it's like rich.
So another one is Paiklin. I feel like I say her name wrong.
Paiklin? I think it's Paiklin.
That's what I think it is.
I apologize if we mispronounce any of the names.
Me as well.
It's Aquafina.
So Aquafina's character does not drive and does not attend the parties. So in the book, she has her own driver, and while she rides with Rachel on the way to Nick's grandmother's house, she doesn't even get in.
She tries. She tries.
She does
so
try.
hard.
I remember this.
In the book, Okay, so the book, she tries so hard, and he's like, all right, have a safe drive. And like, she just drives off. And in the movie, she tries so hard, but she gets invited. And I love how she like walks back to her in her trunk. In her fucking high ass stilettos.
Yeah,
too.
stilettos.
And like, she has all these different dresses for events and special occasions.
Love it. So yeah, that's a difference.
Yeah, which leaves Nick's cousin Oliver, the only backup she has to walk her through the party. So in the movie, it's Oliver and Picklin who like are the support for Rachel during the meeting of the Young family.
Yeah.
And in the movie, it's just Oliver is really just the only one there. Which I loved Oliver in the book too.
Yeah.
Like his character. And in the movie, hello.
Yeah.
The Rainbow Sheep, love it.
It's stupid. Love it.
Okay, so a difference in the book and the movie was Eleanor Young. So in the book, it takes Eleanor quite a while just to even meet Rachel.
Mm-hmm.
Eleanor's too busy silently judging Rachel, talking to her friends about her, and even meeting with a private investigator to dig up dirt on the Chu family.
Yeah.
She even flies to Shenzhen, I think, just to meet with the PI directly. Like, her friend is like, we are going to go get a PI. We're going to go fly to this other area, and we're going to get all the dirt that we can on Rachel Chu and her family. Like, what?
It's crazy.
She's on vacation. That's what they say. They're like, oh, mom's on vacation. Like, no, she's getting dirt on your girlfriend, Nick. Like, what?
It's giving insecure. Insecure girlfriend vibes. You know what I mean?
It's crazy is like in the movie, Eleanor Young she's there, right? Like the moment you meet her at the party, she's like always there. And that's like Rachel's thing, is to try to like win her over. And in the book, because there's so much characters and stories going on, Eleanor Young's like, she's not the biggest threat in the book, I don't think. I don't know. Honestly, for me in the book, the main storyline was like Astrid and her husband.
Yeah. I liked their storyline. I never knew how to pronounce this name.
Which one?
Araminta.
Araminta.
Yeah.
Araminta.
Okay, so Astrid does not attend her bachelorette party in the book because she's too busy sleuthing on her husband Michael. And Rachel doesn't meet Amanda Ling until much later. And the person who comforts Rachel and keeps her company during the whole fish fiasco is Colin's sister, Sophie Koo, not Astrid. But in the movie, Astrid's the one.
Yes.
That comforts her.
Which makes sense, because I feel like if you were to introduce a whole nother character, that's like, oh, I'm Colin's sister. And it's like, okay, I'm supposed to build a bond with you.
Yeah.
Astrid, it's reasonable because you already know that Rachel has a bond with Astrid from the beginning. Like, she even says on the plane, like, I love Astrid. You know what I mean? When I was reading that part of the book, I was like, oh, Astrid's not even going to go because homegirl knows her man is cheating, and she's, like, digging up the dirt and trying to get all this information and trying to be a boss bitch and take care of herself and her kid and tell this man to leave. Oh my god, Astrid's story is like so crazy.
So good though.
Okay, but also speaking of Amanda, part of what's supposed to make Amanda such a huge threat. Oh my god, okay, wait. So part of what's supposed to make Amanda a huge threat that is in the book, she also lived in New York and met with Nick every once in a while. Amanda is his ex, okay? And Rachel had no clue they were beating up. And while Amanda ends up leading a Singapore tabloid-worthy scandalous life because of her much older white boyfriend, you also find out from the book that the reason she moved to New York in the first place was her mission to win Nick back. Like, her and her mom, it's like their goal to get Nick back, okay?
Oh my gosh.
In the movie, Amanda's just a fellow guest at Arminita's bachelorette party and is part of the fish prank, despite being nice to Rachel at first. So she's like in it, like here.
Yeah.
But in the book, she's like in it.
Yeah.
Like, who are you? Get out of here. Nick Young does not want you.
We hate the annoying ex.
Nick Young wants Chu, Rachel Chu. Okay.
I hate you.
That's Chu.
I hate you.
I hate you. What?
Just kidding.
In the movie, remember he's like, in the movie, I think it's Eddie or Bernard who's like, which two are you?
Oh
Like,
yeah, it's Eddie. It was Eddie.
yeah, okay.
I love him.
Oh my gosh. So aside from Amanda, other women were also trying to drive Nick and Rachel apart in the book. The mention of a threesome is what causes the couple's first major fight. Girl, my mouth dropped when I was like,
that's scandalous.
I was like, I was not prepared in this Asian book.
You said, whoa.
So Francesca Shaw, the daughter of one of Eleanor's closest friends, Nadine Shaw, tries to stay in Auntie Ellie's good graces by saying she'll make sure things between Nick and Rachel don't progress. She also secretly wants Singapore's most coveted bachelor to herself, along with the family. Wait, what do I have in my notes? Sorry, my notes are like so. Along with the family fortune.
Mm-hmm.
But during Colin and Armanita's wedding reception, Francesca tells Rachel about her and Amanda having a threesome with Nick in Italy. Girl.
I would be so mad. I would be so mad.
She tells Rachel in the book and she's like, oh, you didn't know? Like,
bitch!
bitch. Fuck, bitch!
Fuck, bitch! I would have been so pressed.
You.
Do you know how, the energy that I feel towards that is the same energy that I feel, spoilers, okay, if you haven't read any of the Fourth Wing books, but when Kat told Violet, like, you know, that little finger thing that he does?
Yes. Yes! And
I said, bitch!
Bok, bitch.
Bok, bitch. Yeah, that same energy.
Anytime somebody gets me upset to the point where I feel like I want to fight them, I'm going to just go, bok, bitch.
Yeah, literally.
Oh my god. Yeah, I was shook when I was like, oh my god. No, well, first of all, no wonder they didn't keep that in the movie because that's just like too scandalous. That's ridiculous.
A lot, yeah.
The book, though, like to throw that kind of scandal and smuttiness, I was like, what?
I know.
I was shocked. I was like, Nick Young. What do you think you're doing? Hear me out.
You're like, what do you think you're doing? And I said, okay.
I said, I actually like it. No.
Brings me back to my Ravenhood series days.
Don't even.
I literally get sad when I talk about it. I a little piece of my heart.
Like your horror movie? Oh, I don't know. Maybe when this.
We love rainy days, don't we, baby? Sorry. Okay. On to lighter lighter things.
Yeah, let's get light about this next topic. Go ahead.
Yeah. Let's. So, Rachel plans a trip to visit her dad and gets intercepted by her mom. So, in the book, Rachel wanted to confront her father and face what she thought was her true family history. Nick flew her mom into Singapore so that she could explain herself to her daughter. And that's when Carrie explains that her ex-husband and her mother-in-law were abusive. She tells Rachel that she's actually her daughter with a different man, and a friend who helped her escape from her torturers. So pretty much like the mom. Yeah, she had like an abusive life, and Rachel's dad was actually a friend of Rachel's mom, who she had a relationship with at some point, and that's how Rachel came about. And so yeah, it's like this whole thing.
The movie, it's the same concept in the movie. However, in the book, Carrie, which is Rachel Chu's mom in the book, was like, in the beginning, I was so annoyed with her.
Yeah.
Only because in the movie, Rachel Chu's mom is so down to earth, so conservative, very humble.
Yeah.
And in the book, right away, I was like, she's like, I'm a real estate agent. I'm the best in California or whatever. And, you know, she calls Rachel all the time when she's in Singapore. And she's like, your uncles and aunties over here, like, your family wants to know, you know, they're always telling me that you're never going to get married. Like, they have a big family.
Yeah.
All these things. So I was like, okay, like, Carrie's doing fine for herself. But then when she takes that chapter, when she breaks it down to Rachel about what had happened to her, it like broke my heart in the book. Like, it's so descriptive, it's so emotional, it's so sad. And I was just like, Eleanor, I can't believe that you like dug this up and you like just threw it at Rachel and didn't give her the facts. And now like Rachel's like, I want to meet my dad in jail or whatever the hell he is. And Carrie's like, no, like, let me tell you what happened to my life. Like, that chapter is so, and mind you, that chapter is probably like the last, like the fourth to last chapter of the book. But like, it's such an emotional story, like, and it's so well written. It was very crazy. My perspective of Rachel Chu's mom, Carrie, like completely changed after that.
That's how you know the writing is good, is when you hate a character and something happens and your whole perspective on them changes. Because like, I've hated characters and something happens and I'm like, okay, but I still hate them. But like, having a character that you know people are gonna hate and writing out a story about them or something and explaining why they are the way they are will completely just like flip. Like, and like, that's like perfect writing right there. That's like,
I agree. And I don't think it, and Carrie, like, you're not meant to hate her in the beginning of the book. I
you're
just
not,
didn't like her. I didn't like her character in the beginning. I thought the movie version was so much better. In the book, I felt like she was just like too extra. But then, like I said, when she breaks down and like kind of lets that wall down and tells her truth to her daughter, like, that's when like my whole perspective on her changed. And then I was like, good for her for like where she is in life now. She's like a really good real estate agent. She's got family. She's got her daughter. She's got like,
she's very proud,
strong woman, proud of her daughter for sure. Wait, I have to say, there's a scene in the movie where like Eleanor is all like, so you're a professor? And Rachel's like, oh yeah, I teach economics, whatever. And there's a scene where Eleanor Young goes like, I used to be a lawyer, or I went to school to be a lawyer. And she's like, oh, I'm surprised you didn't, continue it. And she's like, oh, well, for one to go after their passion, it's so American.
Yeah, and I was like, it's so true. Like, that hit me hard. That hit me hard in the chest, because I was like,
as you're writing your book,
I know, like, I'm writing my book, and I was like, I'm supposed to be a nurse. I was supposed to be a nurse.
I'm supposed to be in some kind of like nurse field, but I chose not to be.
Ooh, I'm supposed to be in physical therapy. Supposed to be helping people walk. I don't know what's going on.
I'm a failure.
Thanks. How American of me.
How American of us to go for our dreams doing this podcast. Our passion.
Literally.
Buy our merch. Our passion.
Our passion. Stupid.
Okay, so final difference is Astrid and Michael and Astrid's ex, Charlie Wu. So in the book, Michael is not cheating on Astrid. So in the book, there's all these like, okay, so Michael was going to Hong Kong to take care of his younger cousin and his nephew who needed his help. He wanted his wife to think he was cheating on her because he wanted her to break up with him. And it all boils down to him thinking that Astrid deserves better and that he can no longer handle the pressure from her family and from Singapore society. So pretty much in the movie, it's facts that like he cheats.
Yeah.
Like you see the text message come through, like, the bed is so lonely without you, bitch. Bok bok.
Bok bok, bitch.
And Astrid is very composed, but of course she breaks down, but she's just like, we'll deal with this later. And he's like, you find out I'm cheating and you don't even care. Like, you worry more about your family and what everyone's gonna think. And he's just like, I don't care. I don't want to be in this relationship anymore. In the book, there's hints of him cheating, and Astrid's like following and figuring things out, trying to get it together. Somebody tells Astrid that they saw her husband with a little boy they thought was her son. It wasn't her son. And like, you see, she follows him and sees him with another woman. Come to find out, he's just helping his cousin and his nephew. And when she confronts him, he's like, no, I just want you to think it because I want you to divorce me. I want you to leave me. I'd rather be the guy who cheats than the guy who chooses to leave you.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
That's crazy.
I'd rather be the guy who people think cheats than be the guy that leaves you. So you leave me
And
because I feel
that's
that's so
like
true love.
that.
I don't know. It's so weird.
It's I don't. Yeah, it's crazy. Never once have I ever in my life like read a book or watched a movie where someone was like, "I just wanted you to think that I was cheating so you could leave me." Like what? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
because I'm not good enough for you and I can't take the stress of your family and try to run this business in society. Like, you're better off without me, but I will never be the guy who leaves you. I would just be the guy who cheats, and you chose to leave me.
Yeah.
Like, bitch. And Charlie Wu in Astrid. Okay, so Charlie Wu is an ex. In the history of Charlie Wu and Astrid, they almost got married a long time ago back in the day, but things didn't work out and they ended up with different people.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie and his wife now, if you fast forward, they're like separated. And during Arminita and Colin's wedding reception, Astrid confides in Charlie and her husband's affair. And being the good guy that he is, he convinces Astrid to give him one more shot and have her husband explain himself. So she's pretty much like, hey, my marriage is also falling apart. Like,
What are you
we
doing?
had a thing. Yeah, we had a thing. And he's like, Astrid, talk to your husband.
Yeah.
Like,
he did what the guy did in
The
the
hating
hating game where he's like,
I
deal with your
literally-
shit first before you,
I literally
you kiss
thought
me. Like,
the same thing.
I hate
Oh
that
my god,
movie.
I thought the same thing. I know you do. Wait, another difference, and I didn't write it down, but the ending in the book is different than the ending of the movie.
Yeah.
So the movie ends with the mahjong scene that isn't like even happened in the book. The mahjong scene in the movie, Rachel pretty much expressing everything to Eleanor, and then Eleanor kind of caving and giving her blessing and ring to Nick for him to propose, and she accepts, and they have like this big old party at the top of the hotel, and everybody's there, and they're all so happy, so excited, and it ends on that with them singing Yellow in the background.
Mm-hmm.
And in the book, when Rachel and her mom talk about what happened to her mom and her dad, they walk away like they're like, okay, we're good. And Paisley is there with what's the husband's name? With Nick. Paiklin's there with Nick, and he's like, oh look, like looks like they worked it out. And he's like, yeah. He's like, oh, I'm gonna go. And she's like, what do you mean? Like, why are you gonna? Because they had broken up, right? Nick and Rachel. And Nick is like, no, I'm gonna go. And Rachel's mom is like, Nick, like, no, join us for a drink, like, please. And Rachel's just like, yeah, like, come on and join us. And Rachel and Nick have a moment where they kind of reconcile, and then it kind of just ends like that. Like, you have to read the next book now to figure out what ends up happening to all these characters. It's like an open, right? It could be
open-ended.
Yeah.
Story.
And it was like, oh, like he didn't really, like, nothing really happened.
No big gesture, no
proclamation
of love.
Nothing.
Just like, okay.
Yeah, it was like, read the second book.
Yeah.
Which I was like, okay, but I really enjoyed the ending of the movie.
Yeah, so did I.
Okay, it's time to rate. In your opinion, what was better, the book or the movie?
I like the movie better.
Okay,
it's just the scenes. Just the scenes.
I know.
If the director didn't do his job, I would have liked the book better. I'm just saying. It's just the scenes. It's so good.
Mm-hmm. I completely agree. The movie was better than the book in this specific choice.
Yeah.
The book was still good. I'm not gonna knock the book.
The book was good,
but the movie did justice. Like, the movie was so good.
It's literally like taking. It's almost as if like it's on a scale of like, okay, I know. Listen, I know you haven't seen it, but City of Bones, the movie, not the show.
Mm-hmm.
They literally took the books, and it's like they just took it and just threw it right on. Because I started reading it,
Mm-hmm.
And I remember watching the movie and I was like, is it the same dialogue and like
Mm-hmm.
everything down to what the hell they're wearing
Yeah.
to the T from the book, okay?
Mm-hmm.
On a scale of, you know, Legally Blonde and City of Bones, the fucking Crazy Rich Asians is, I know you can't see me, Crazy Rich Asians is right underneath it. It's good.
Pretty spot on.
They took, especially with all of the characters, they didn't have to put that many characters in the movie, but they did.
Yeah, they did. And
so
it worked
good.
within the time
it flowed. It was so good.
How many stars do you give the book?
4.
Okay.
Mm.
I also give it a 4.
Yeah.
And what do you rate the movie?
A 5.
The same, 5 out of 5.
So good. It's so good.
So good.
I'm gonna watch it again.
Okay, which brings us to our March book rating. This is our final one. So the book, you're gonna put it at number 1.
I liked the book better than I liked Silver Lining Playbook.
Crazy Rich Asians went number 3 in mine. So just to recap, for your books, at number 4 you have Legally Blonde, number 3 The Hating Game, number 2 Silver Linings Playbook, and number 1 Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah, which is true to how I see it. Because
I agree. That's a good rating of
because the last time we
where
did this,
books land.
The last month when we did this, I think one of them I wanted to move, right? The Nicholas Sparks one. There was one where I was like, okay, it was our wild card one where I was like, that's a wild card for sure. This one was, it's very true. But this one is your wild card as well because you didn't know if you'd like the book.
Correct.
And the Hating Game is also a wild card, but you like both,
so for my order was number 4 Legally Blonde. That is the truest of truths.
Yeah.
Number 3 was Crazy Rich Asians. Number 2 was Silver Linings Playbook, and number 1 was The Hating Game. The Hating Game is my wheelhouse, I would say.
Yeah, that is your genre.
Yeah, that's the books I enjoy.
Like. Yeah.
Crazy Rich Asians, I truly enjoyed the book. However, it took a toll on me. It's a hefty book. I really had to sit and focus. For a book, any book that is super thick and super long, it's so hard for me to just put my all into it.
That's not me, girl. I only read them thick books. I'm only reading them thick books, okay?
That's the difference between you when it comes to reading. Give me a short 200 pages rom-com, easy, give me those. I read nothing, but I love them so hardcore. It's my wheelhouse. Give me a hefty ass book. I enjoy them. I do. I enjoyed the Fourth Wing series. That took me a long time and I enjoyed it, but it took me a long time and I don't enjoy doing that.
Not me, girl. I be picking them up. Oh my god, I love them. Literally,
this one. Okay,
I have books. I think Quicksilver is my thickest book, and I started reading it, and I was like, I love this. I'm already, and I'm annotating. I was like,
are you so excited for the book club?
I'm so excited. I have no idea.
Oh my god, I'm reading The Inmate. Yeah, that's the thriller one. I don't really like The Happy Place. Those ones. Oh,
you're talking about the Emily Henry book?
Yeah.
I love Emily Henry. You guys chose, out of all the Emily Henry books, I feel like you guys chose the one that's if people
best.
were, okay, I love her writing. I love her just as much as Anna. I love Anna's books, okay? Emily Henry is close second. On the tier of what her most popular books are. Happy Places is on the bottom tier. You guys need to read Beach Read.
Okay.
And Book Lovers is so good. I'm going to put them in the list and the running for the book club because they're good.
I already know what I want everybody to read for the book club.
It's on my Kindle.
Don't read it. I want us all to read it together.
Okay. Listen, one of these days my book is going to get picked and it's going to be a fantasy and you guys are going to read a fantasy book.
Is it your book?
No. I mean, it can be. No. It's going to be Belladonna.
Okay.
I want you guys to read that because you guys would like that.
Okay, cool.
But we're getting off topic here.
Okay, anyway, now for our March movie rating, together it's paired quite the same. For number 4, we have The Hating Game.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3 is Silver Linings Playbook. Number 2, Legally Blonde. And of course, the best movie that we watched this month, Crazy Rich Asians, coming in at number 1.
It's so good.
As it should. I would never
So
put
good.
anything lower.
I don't know what he put in that movie.
I don't know, but they should all, everybody.
I love it. I love it. If
So good.
people haven't seen the movie, if you're watching this right now and you haven't seen Crazy Rich Asians, you need to stop, watch it, and then rewatch what we were talking about, because then you'll be like, okay, I understand why Tiffany was fucking crashing out about the wedding scene.
Bok bok, bitch.
Bok bok, bitch. Anyways, sorry, I love you guys.
No, we have, when I posted that we were gonna do this one, so many people were like, we love the movie.
Loved it.
Who, I don't know.
So good.
I would really be interested to talk to the person who does not enjoy the movie, because who does not enjoy this movie?
I need their perspective, and I need to...
What opinions you like?
Like, everyone has their opinions. Theirs is wrong, and I just need to know why. And I need to explain to them why. Like, it's so...
And if you're that person, click the link in our bio and be a guest on our podcast.
We just want to talk. We just want to talk.
No hate. No, we don't judge.
We're just joking.
Kind of.
We love the perspective, though, because...
I would really want to know. I would really like to know, somebody who does not like that movie, why? Like, what is it that you do not like?
It's a good conversation because, like, when Kim loved The Hating Game and I did not, she's like, why? And then when I explained it to her, Kim was like, okay, I can see why. Yeah. I'm not going to watch that movie again because now with your perspective in my head, she goes, I'm going to not like it. So,
yeah. And I will keep it in a pretty little bow and just make it. It was a nice movie.
Yep.
Okay, so now we are in our segment of culture. Yeah. One of the most recent news is that Crazy Rich Asian TV series is in the works with Max, with writer Adele Lem and John M. Chu returning.
Yep.
There's a lot of mixed reviews on a TV show being produced for Crazy Rich Asians. The reviews, I think, are mixed because, one, they would love the original cast. They feel like they will never find a cast that could do justice to these characters, which I
agree.
Maybe there is, but I agree. This cast is spot on. Could I see this cast being in a TV show? No. I feel like they have so many other projects. Michelle Yeoh, you really think she's going to be on, like, they're doing, I feel like they have so many other projects that they could be doing.
Yeah.
However, I was on board. I was also one of those people who did not understand why they're turning into a TV show. Why not just continue with a movie number 2? But after reading the book, there is so many storylines that you need to tell to people, and a TV show is the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Map out fucking homegirl and her cheating husband. Like, show us that. Show us Paik Lin and her relationship with her family. Yeah. Show us more of Rachel Chu's family. Bernard is actually a really close with Nick Young in the movie, or in the book. They're actually really close. In the book, they despise in the movie, they despise each other.
Yeah.
Show us that relationship. Show us the relationship between Colin and Amber, the girl or whatever, the wife. Show us that relationship. Yeah. Like, there's so much storyline to be told, and I feel like if people read the book, they would understand why the TV show would be a good thing.
Yeah.
There's always going to be critique with casting. That's never going to change. I mean, that's just who we are. We cannot act, so we like to critique those who can.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But I'm actually excited for the TV show. And by Max, I think Max could do it.
Yeah. Let's see what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Tiff, have you tried graphic audio yet?
Kim, I have been telling you for years to try graphic audio. It's books, but it's like a movie in your ears. Sound effects, voices, music, everything. It's next level.
I know. I'm finally catching on. As a movie lover, this is everything. It's like you're inside the book, not just reading it.
Finally, you're gonna get lost in these stories. It's the best way to experience books, like a full-on audio movie.
I'm obsessed. It's perfect for commutes, road trips, or just relaxing at home.
And hey, it's in the bio, people. Click it, grab a title, and dive into that immersive experience.
Seriously, you won't regret it. Links in the bio.
Links in the bio, guys.
I just said that.
I know. I'm just that excited. Okay, so another one is that there are a total of 3 books in the series. Okay, so it's Crazy Rich Asians, China Rich Girlfriend, and Rich People Problems.
Which I want to read Rich People Problems.
Yeah, so do I, because, like, very intriguing.
The title alone.
But, yeah, so there's 3 books, and I haven't read the other 2, but, oh my god, I wish that they did, like, if they don't, like, okay, the movie, or the TV show, I can understand that. But it would be cool to have, like, Crazy Rich Asians, and then China Rich Girlfriend as a movie, Rich People Problems as a movie.
Agreed.
Because, like, I feel like it just makes more sense that way when it comes to, like, the cinematic, like, timeline of
OG
stuff.
Cast.
Yeah, so, and they can have the OG cast. I was gonna say OJ, and I was like,
oh,
yeah, I know.
John M. Chu, I think, said he would do a second movie. And this is like before the TV series broke its news. But he had said he would do a second movie if he could get every single person back.
Yeah.
So I think there was a discrepancy there.
There might have been with since Wu. I think she's taking a break from acting right now, focusing on like her family or something. I read something about her saying that she's not doing any projects right now. She's just trying to.
Which that's fine too.
Yeah, that's totally fine. You know who I would love to see in that if they did a TV show, who I'd love to see in that cast is the guy that plays. Have you ever seen Beef? Oh, he's in Walking Dead too.
The Asian guy?
Yeah, what's his name?
I don't know.
I
but I know you're talking about in Beef.
Love him.
Yeah.
Fucking love him. Okay.
God. Not enough where you don't know his name.
I don't know his name. I can't remember his name. It's literally like leaving me. But every time I see he's doing some really good projects right like lately. After Walking Dead, he did all of these things.
He did one. He's like the dad. There's like his wife, their kid, and the grandma who live out in
Parasite?
this like. No, not Parasite.
Was he in that?
I don't think so. But there was another one.
Steven Yeun.
Okay.
Danny Cho.
Oh, he's such a cutie too.
I fucking love him.
It's called Minar. Yes, Minari. This.
Oh yeah. Okay, yes, yeah. He won an. I think he won an award for that, an Oscar or something.
Jose and I watched this, and it was such a good movie.
So good.
It's so emotional. It's so good. He's going to be in Mickey 17. He is going to be in a movie called Mickey 17 with Robert Pattinson.
Yes!
That is a book.
Is it?
It's a sci-fi book.
We should do it. Oh my god! Okay, wait. There's a book. It's called Project Hail Mary, and I love that book so much, Kim. That was my very first ever. Like,
wait. I have not read the book, but I've seen.
Read the book, Kim. But if you read the book, stop. Listen to me. If you read the book, you have to listen to the audiobook because the audiobook is everything. Everything.
Okay. Be my next credit.
It is.
Swear.
So good, Kim.
This movie is coming out next year with Ryan Gosling.
Yes. Kim, it's so good.
Okay.
Kim.
Okay, I'll read it. That's
I don't like. I'm not saying I don't like sci-fi. But it's not my genre, right? I'm close to it, but that's not my genre. Especially like space. Like I'm not interested in that. But I picked this up in one of my book clubs with my friends and we read it.
And loved.
I was invested, Kim. I was literally like, when's book club? What time are we meeting? How many chapters are we gonna read to? I need to know when to stop so I can keep up with you guys, but like
okay. When my next credit is, I will use it to buy Project Hail Mary. Because I've heard people talk about it. It's not my genre either. However, I will gladly try it and read it, and especially if there's gonna be a movie about it, it's gonna be on this podcast.
Anyways, yeah, I love Steven Yeun.
So, as of October 2018, the film had grossed over 235 million worldwide, making it the highest grossing romantic comedy in a decade.
Yeah.
Facts.
It's a lot. It's worth it. That money, yeah. It's accurate.
Mm-hmm.
It's accurate.
Yeah. To this day, take my money. Put that movie back in theaters. I will gladly go watch it again.
Oh my god, yes. I'd cry.
Me too.
That's it. Okay. And then another one is the mahjong scene. That one towards the end was like a little like tip of the hat to the Joy Luck Club, which I read in high school, and I actually really enjoyed that book, but the people in my group didn't like it, and I was like,
so Jose, he knows about the Joy Luck Club, the movie. And he was asking me about it, and I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I've never read this book. I've never watched this film. I've never heard of it whatsoever. And I feel like I failed my life and I'm a disgrace. Like, I need to read it.
Yeah, read it and watch the movie.
Okay, I will.
It's good. It's really good. When I read it in high school, we had to pick 4 books out of the list. And I was in a group, and they were like, I was in a group with kids that didn't care. I was like, okay, I'll pick the book. And I picked the Joy Luck Club because it was the only Asian represented book. And I was like, well, fuck it. I'm going to get this one because I'm Asian and you guys are not. Yeah. So you guys are going to learn a thing or two. And I loved it. And I did the project. I was like, I wrote the essay. I wrote the essay. I made the PowerPoint. I did the presentation. I talked. And they were like, Tiffany... It's good. And then I watched the movie too, and I was like, it's good.
We need to add it to the list. I do want to watch and read this.
I think it's not like Crazy Rich Asians.
No, but I feel like
the story is just so.
I feel like it's a must.
It's a canon event.
Must read.
It's a canon.
So
the story is just so good. It's very like.
I think next time I'm in my like feels and like more
as
representation.
An adult, the book is more emotional. Like there's more to it. And as when I read it in high school, I was like, this is a really good story.
Yeah.
And I was really hyped about it. But now I'm sure if I reread it again, now where I'm at, it'll be mind blowing.
Even more.
Our next segment is called Who is Bruno? Okay, so this is our segment called Who is Bruno, where we share who our Bruno is. And so if you're new here or if you're not sure what the term means, so the term Bruno originated back in season 1 during our witches episode. A Bruno is a person or an object or a moment that no matter how many times a book is adapted, it is the one consistent thing. So if you haven't watched our witches episode, go back and watch it because you'll understand what we mean by Bruno. And also we talk about Raw Doll a lot in reference to this Bruno thing, and I rewatched it recently, Kim, and I was laughing so hard because I was like, why did we make Raw Doll sound like that? Why did we make him sound like a diva bitch? There's no need. I don't understand why we made him like that. Like, why did we make him a diva? It's Raw Doll. It's his name.
Because that's what we do. Okay. For those who don't know, our relationship, even me and Jose, we like make up
storylines for people.
And we keep it going for so long.
That's how
like, I make stories about my animals. Like they had a full party when we were gone. They DJ'd 2 Chains in the morning. My cat. Like it will just go on forever. And people are like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, you'll never understand.
I do this a lot.
It.
I do this a lot when I'm out. And like, I can't go out in public. I swear to God. Because I'll go out and I'll see someone. They're not doing anything. They're just walking. And I'm like, you think that person is going to go to like an underground like fight club? Or like, right? And I'm like, and they walk into the fight club and they're like the owner. And like, they have a throne and they sit there. But the fight club is really like... Instead of people, it's like like fucking chickens or something. Like I make up this story, and the people I'm with are like, "Why are you just keep adding to it?"
Sometimes we'll drive, and I'll see like people working, like construction people working on the streets, and I'm like, "Do you think they're really working, or do you think they're like robbers or like Just like in
heist
movies.
people.
And like they're just doing a front as we as the NPCs are just traveling through.
Literally.
Like, yeah, we do like a whole story. But anyway, that's the raw doll. Either people will pick up on it and add on to your storytelling, or they will just fall flat and be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, and the people that add to the story, keepers.
We are the story writers of our life. Okay?
Exactly. And that's why I'm not a nurse.
Period.
Okay.
And that's on what? Delulu.
And that's on Bok Bok, bitch.
That's on Bok Bok, bitch. Swerve. That's what she says.
I know.
Oh
Anyways,
my
we got really
gosh.
off topic there. So, our Bruno. Okay, so who or what or when was your Bruno?
I have
for Crazy Rich Asians?
object. Because I was reading this book and I was like, are they going to do the same thing in this movie? So I have an object.
Okay, I have an object. I have an
Okay,
object.
let's do the object first because I would love to know.
My object?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Tiny Hot Town.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
The fish. I can't believe we did that.
I was really curious in the book. I was like, does that dead fish thing
does it happen? Yeah.
come back? And it did.
It did.
It was in the book, and the movie was like, we're incorporating this
We have to put this in
scene
here.
here.
It's so good.
Okay, you have a person. I have a person.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Aquafina.
Oliver.
Okay.
Okay.
I can't say her name, so I said
I know.
Aquafina.
That's okay.
Oliver, yeah, too. I agree with Oliver too. I was
agree.
gonna say Eddie, but then I knew you would have hit me with like that. No, he's not. Like,
No. His movie character is way more eccentric
way
than his book
more
character.
eccentric. You're so
I
right.
feel like his book character is just like stupid rich, but
Yeah.
his movie character is stupid rich, but just ridiculous.
Yeah, just outlandish.
Ridiculous.
I love it.
The fish.
The fish.
This is our next segment called Arc Corner. This is our Arc Corner segment where we highlight an author and their upcoming book. And we have had the pleasure in reading this author's book before it's released and want to shed light on their accomplishment and share their newest story with you. With that being said, this week Arc Corner is Ashley Bow.
Mm-hmm.
Her book is called The Restricted List, and you can find her on social media, Instagram at author Ashley Bow. Her release date, the book is available now. It is available on Amazon and Kindle Unlimited. And let me hit you with these tropes, baby, because they are one bed, hello.
Oh my god.
Friends to lover.
Okay.
Forbidden love. Sports romance.
Forbidden Love is the one for me, okay?
Dual POV and
it.
flirty banter.
Love it. I don't know what it
Girl.
is about a forbidden love, but like, give me two people that love each other so much and they can't be together.
Please.
Give it to me.
It's there. They see it. They can feel it. They want it, but they can't be together.
Yep.
And I love her. She is a curvy woman.
Oh,
She has flaws. She has self-insecurities when it comes down to the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
And her boy, her man, that is this baseball player, Cole Pierce, is like, baby, you are gorgeous. Everything, every piece of your body.
Oh my God,
Don't
I
hide
love
it from.
it.
He's like, don't hide it from me. You don't need to keep that shirt on. You don't need to turn the lights off. Like, please. I was like,
You're like blushing. You're like, oh my god.
I was in bed and I was like dying. I was like, this is amazing writing.
You said I love it. Keep it
Relatable.
coming. Yeah.
Yeah, please.
So true. Okay, so this is the blurb.
Get it, girl.
Okay, so Rory is the daughter of Paul Fisher, a Hall of Fame baseball player and current field manager to the New York Stars. Through her time around the team, she surrounded herself with incredible friends, but only she knows about the feelings she harbors for her best friend's brother, Cole Pierce. Best friend's brother, that's a trope. Who also happens to be the Stars' shortstop. Cole has been entranced by Rory Fisher since their first meeting more than 3 years ago. All
This
he
is 3 years
wants,
in the making.
literally.
Okay. They've been bubbling these feelings for
The
3
feelings
years.
have been there, and they've just been holding it in.
Oh, God.
Don't hold it in, baby. Okay.
No, out.
Ugh. Okay, so all he wants is her, but thanks to his field manager's rules, he had to keep those feelings to himself. In the wake of a moment after the World Series, Rory and Cole finally give in to their temptation. They
Yeah.
only have one her father can't find out. But when Paul comes to Cole with a request, they realize just how difficult this is going to be. Can they keep their secret safe, or will they end up right on the restricted list?
They cannot date. Her daddy is in charge. Her dad refuses her to date a baseball player, but she is smitten. Ooh, she is down for this guy, and he is down bad for her.
Yeah.
Like, the friends, they all know it. They pick up on it. Even her best friend, the sister of the guy she likes, is like, I know, like, you guys need to get together already.
Yeah.
Like, please, you're killing me. Get together. 5 out of 5 stars.
5
4
out of 5.
5 spice.
The spice.
Like, hello. I am not. If you are not one for sports romance, let me just tell you, this is the sport book to read. Okay,
This is the one.
It will convert you. It's a series. This is book 2. They can be read as standalone. I read the first one. We even featured it on an ARC episode. This one is probably my favorite one. If I were to compare the two,
It's just so good.
The way they talk to each other. Oh my, the banter, the flirting, things he says to her. She was like, she's like
Cole.
It's giving like Penelope when Penelope was like,
oh yeah,
you know, that's the vibe.
It's giving the hand. It's giving the hand. Just that
He's
hand.
Like,
it's giving.
He's like, I gotta go back to practice.
Yeah.
Let's fix that real quick.
Later. And he goes,
and when he drops his pants, and Penelope's like,
oh my god, yeah.
That is the scene. Okay, when he drops his, and she's like, and he's like, "Do you see something you like?" I like died.
You're like, shut up. Shut up.
I was like, yes. Turn the next page.
On to the next one.
Is this a picture book?
Yeah. He said, "Where's the stickers? Where's my?" I hate you. I know you do. Oh my god.
I was so. First of all, Ashley Bell was so sweet enough to send a PR package. And Jose was like, let me see. I was like, okay.
You're like, you asked for it.
Here are the stickers. And he's like, why does it say Daddy's Little Slut? You have to read the book to find out.
You'll never know. You'll never know until you read it.
And it was like, I can't show you this picture. I can only show you the heads on the top. This down here you cannot see.
He's like, why? All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us on this crazy episode of Crazy Rich Asians. Honestly, we were like unhinged this episode. We've had some unhinged episodes, but this one was like...
I was really excited for this episode. I was waiting. I was like, I can't wait to talk about this one.
So good. We got really unhinged.
I know, really.
I didn't have to get that excited over an actor who's not even in the movie.
I didn't even talk about him.
I'm gonna re-edit.
I'm in the TV show.
I want him in the TV show. I'm gonna edit this. I'm gonna literally hear myself foaming at the mouth over.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Yeah, this month was a fun read/watch for us. I feel like we went all over the place with our book choices. Like, we usually try to stick to a theme when we're
I don't know. I think
books.
we kind of went with like it was like a mixture of rom-com and actually it was all rom-com, and Silver Lining Playbook was just kind of because we couldn't really find a rom-com that we haven't done already that we also don't have already lined up with like a guest star or you know what I mean. So like we just had to throw something in there, and selfishly I was like, I kind of want to read Silver Lining Playbook. So
I'm not mad at it because I really enjoyed that book. But we were kind of all over the place. But I did enjoy our choices, except for Legally Blonde. That's the one I will constantly. I will die on this hill. I would rather read a law book than read that book again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought this month was I feel like we did really well picking books that I never had read and never thought about picking up. I feel like I picked up different genres of books this month. that helped me realize like, oh, I can actually keep reading these kind of books, or it opened my mind up a little bit more. So I quite enjoyed it.
I agree. Before we go, what books have you read this month? Like on your own time?
Oh, so I'm currently reading, and it's back there, Sunrise on the Reaping.
Oh yes.
But
Everyone's reading it.
I just started it. Like I'm on chapter 3. Personal. I'm reading The Inmate for one of our book clubs that we're going to be going to, which I'm actually excited for because I like Frida McFadden's books, so I'm actually intrigued to read this one. And then I just got part 2 from Katie Madden, Shattered by Light.
Oh my god.
It's part 2 of that one book that we read, The Masked Men. This is the second part. It's a continuation.
You said I'm excited.
I cannot wait. But that's about it. I have a lot on my list, things I want to read. And I was telling myself in my brain, like Jose bought me Sunrise on the Reaping. Okay. He was like, oh, because we went to Target and that shelf was clean.
Yeah.
It was cleared. And so we went to Barnes & Noble and they did not have it. But he was like, oh, there's one at this Target. So he took me to Target. He bought it for me. And I was like, you know what? I've been doing a lot of reading for the podcast, for our book clubs, for our ARC books, but I haven't had the time. There's so many books that I want to read that I just haven't felt like I had the time to because my priority is towards these other books. So Sunrise on the Reaping is my me book right now. Like, this is what I want to read for myself. It's for no other purpose. Yes, we will do an episode in 2026 when the movie comes out, but at this very moment, it's what I want to read right now. But what about you? I mean, I know you wrote your book, but what books are you currently reading for yourself?
Yes, so I read a lot of books this month.
Oh my god, good for
I know,
you.
I'm very proud of myself.
I
was in the worst reading slump of my life. So I read a lot. I read the Mindfuck series.
Okay.
So good. It's 5 books in one binding, and I didn't realize
the serial killer stalker.
Okay, she's a serial killer. He's an FBI agent. It's like a cat and mouse kind of thing, and like
I'm here for it.
It's so good. The banter is amazing. I love their relationship. It's so good. And then I read a lot. I started reading Quicksilver, so I'm like 6 chapters in on that. And then I started reading Magnolia Parks, which I heard is gonna it's gonna make me cry.
Can I see the book cover?
Yeah, it's gonna make me cry in like the most beautiful way.
Interesting. Okay.
The cover, there's an original cover. It's a UK cover, and it's like I wanted it so bad. I did not want this cover. I don't hate it. I like the band. I will not, but I didn't want this one. But I'm not that far in. I'm only on the first chapter.
Okay.
But I heard that this book is gonna make me cry in the best way possible. So but I read a lot. But yeah, I wrote my book, my secret book, secret.
I'm totally with you on wanting to read books that make me cry. I saw a lot of people cry for Sunrise on the Reaping.
Yeah,
I too would like to cry for that. But I've literally been seeing Under Your Scars. That's the one I want our book club to read.
Yeah.
Because I see so many people crying.
Yeah.
They say the audible version is like
perfect.
This one girl that I follow, and I followed her because when I was in my Ravenhood series era, she was one of the girls who was constantly talking about it. And she listens to the Audible for it. And so when she posted a video about this Audible, I commented, I was like, is this Audible like Ravenhood series Audible? Like, is that how much I'm going to like it? Because she was like crying. And she was like, it's better. Better. And I'm obsessed with Ravenhood series.
I know. Better.
She's like, the Audible, the storyline, it will wreck you. And I was like, I want to be wrecked.
I want to be wrecked.
And so I sent you the idea for the shirt. I was like, I want to be wrecked.
Yeah.
Please, like, wreck me.
Oh my god.
I want our book club to pick this book, and if we do not pick it, I will then pick it up and just read it myself because Can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't keep waiting. I want to be picked.
Yeah.
Pick me for tribute, please.
What about me? No one has picked my freaking book yet. Okay, we keep picking everyone else's book. I haven't gotten my. It's because they know I'm gonna pick a fantasy book.
I know.
If you guys don't know, me and Kim are in a book club with our cousins, and they are not fantasy readers. Okay, and Kim is barely a fantasy reader. Okay,
Yeah, it takes me a while, but I can be in
breathe, smoke, inhale, everything fantasy. Okay, I write fantasy. I read it. I listen to it. I watch it. And nobody likes it. Nobody wants to be a fairy. Nobody wants to be swept away by
they don't have
shadow daddy.
No.
Y'all aren't creative. That's all I gotta say. Where'd y'all imaginations go? It's because you all are nurses.
Yes.
That's what it is.
You did not follow your passion like we did.
Exactly. I'm gonna force them to read a fantasy. And when I do, I will let you guys know, okay?
I can't wait.
So next month, we are taking it back to our school days with classic literature that shaped the books that we read now. And I'm so excited because I like these books and I love these movies too, the adaptations for them. I'm going to ask you what you're most excited about, but I want to tell you mine because I can't hold it anymore. It's Little Women.
Okay, let me pull up my list real quick.
I'm most excited for that one because one, Timothy Chalamet Ding Dong. I love him.
Have you watched that movie? The newest one?
I've seen clips of it, and I haven't watched it yet. That's why I'm excited. I read the book a long time ago.
Same. All these books that we're about to do in April, you would have read it in middle school or high school at some point in your life.
It's part of the curricular. It's a canon event.
Correct. You would have read it. And either it stuck with you or it didn't, but you know it because you had to read it. You had to highlight your book. You had to annotate it. You had to do the research.
Yeah. Or they made a play about it.
Yeah. These are the books that we're talking about and the films that we're going to be talking about. I'm actually most excited for, do not come at me, people, Pride and Prejudice.
I can't say that that's my most excited one because I've seen it and I've read it and I love it.
It's my most excited one because I don't remember reading it.
The Hand.
You say that and I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh!
I don't remember ever reading it, and I've never, ever watched the film. And you facts or not, I am a huge Bridgerton diehard Regency Smut era fan.
A Regency Smut era. Listen, Kim, when I tell you, Mr. Darcy is the OG yearning.
So the Bridgerton boys could run.
He walked so that way Colin could run, okay? The OG yearning book boyfriend. He is like that's where inspiration. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. I have a couple of projects I'm working on when it comes to like writing books. Yeah. My inspiration for like how the main male character acts and how their mind works literally comes from like people like Mr. Darcy, the yearning, the like wanting, the pining after, but like
I'm so excited to do that. Is my wild card. I've read these other books. I've watched the films.
You haven't seen Pride and Prejudice?
I have not ever seen it. I've never read it, and if I did read it, it went in one year out the other. Mm-hmm. And I'm very excited for us to watch this. We have a special episode coming up for that one. It is the 20th anniversary of the movie Pride and Prejudice. We are going all out on this one. April is probably like, I'm very excited for everything that's coming. Not only are we doing literature classics, we have a ton of guests coming in the month of April. We have fun little episodes that we're going to do. And I'm genuinely excited for April.
So am I. I'm super excited.
I know, me too.
It's going to be so good. All right, so if you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to subscribe, rate, leave us a review wherever you listen to your podcasts. Also, follow us on Instagram at official page to picture to keep up with everything book related, movie adaptations, everything that we do here. You can find that on our Instagram.
Anyway, on our Instagram, you'll find our link tree, which includes all our episodes, our podcasts, guest signups, and our new merch that we just launched.
Yes. We are currently wearing some of our merch right now. So I have in my Regency smut era.
Always.
Always in my Regency smut era. Always in my Regency smut era. And then Kim has our team book. We also have a team movie shirt. Look at it. It's so cute. We have a bunch of stuff on there.
So, you guys, so soft, so cozy. Today was like a windy, cloudy day here in Vegas. Thank the Lords.
I know.
And I was like, perfect time for me to wear my merch. Super soft. The color is cute. The design is cute. Please.
Yeah.
Check out our link, okay? You'll love it. We have something for everybody.
Yeah.
For the smut readers, the fantasy readers, the Regency smut readers, the romance readers, and everybody in between.
Yep.
We have something for everybody.
Very true. So check it out if you want. And yeah. Good episode.
I love this episode. Good job. We did good.
Yeah, we did good.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks. Bye.